Hello. Uh, so I'm sure that people will probably come in and out for this, and I'm sure there won't be too many people coming by. This is mainly so I have an excuse of why the video is not edited. It's just the announcement video is just completely unedited, unscripted, and everything. Because I don't want to go through all that. Sorry, I'm a bit out of breath. I was just rushing around to get things ready. And I meant to start at like 6:30, but yeah, it did not work out very well. So, yeah, I guess. How are you all? How are you doing? Been a minute. It's been like 6 months since I last uploaded. Let me know if the audio is off, like or like too quiet. Or if I need to turn off the green screen thing if it's distracting or whatever. Okay. So, I guess I'll just get into it. Hello. How are you? So basically, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. I had so essentially I haven't been in I haven't been fully in YouTube mode this summer because I have to. I'm gonna just full transparency here. Get a window into my boring life. I I have to have an internship to graduate from college, and I until about like a week and a half ago I didn't have one, and it's hard to get one remote over like fall or spring semesters. So I'm a senior next year, so I graduate. So I pretty much needed one this summer, and also money, the usual college problems. Um, but yeah, I ended up getting one, so that is all taken care of. But at the beginning of the summer, I was really stressed about figuring that out. So I wasn't even thinking about YouTube or really anything other than that. And I was just gaming to keep my mind off of stuff. But face reveal, yeah. I've been on Facecam for a few videos. I guess it's I don't know if last time I was on camera was the 1 year special. Yeah. Yeah, I did. It was the 1 year anniversary. I was on camera. But my hair was shorter. And then I was also on camera for like a Bloom Into You unboxing, which was like my second video, and that was my hair was in a ponytail and super long. Anyway, so about the channel. Yeah, how's it going? How's it going? Um Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back. I'm ready to get back into it and start making videos. So the way things are looking is essentially I have quite a few. I had kind of a realization not too long ago, um, actually really recently. I am, like I said, going to be a senior next year. I have a lot of hobbies that I like to do outside of YouTube, and I kind of realized that I'm running out of time to have the freedom, to be young enough and have the freedom to do all these hobbies. So, I mean, gaming is one. Obviously, watching anime, which I kind of put those two together, just like entertainment or whatever. And outside of YouTube, the biggest thing that really takes up a lot of my time is I run a Dungeons and Dragons campaign for entirely homebrewed for a bunch of groups of people, like 3 groups. And so, yeah, that takes a lot of time. I gotta make maps. I gotta completely write the campaign from scratch, come up with ideas, put together music. So of course that takes a while, and that takes up a lot of my time. And then YouTube is probably right underneath that for the most time taken, other than video games and watching anime. And then of course I write, but that's kind of on the back burner pretty often. I just kind of do it, just sit down and write for like an hour or two whenever I feel like it, but it's not very often. If you don't know about my writing, should be in the description. There'll be a link to my light novel that I'm writing. Psych of Volume 3. You know, I brought that book to campus last semester to read it, and with the full intention of reading it, rereading it, and making a video on it. And yeah, I clearly never got around to it. So that was that. I would like to at some point, but that is, it's on my list of ideas in case I ever need one or whatever. Maybe at some point, but joke is right. It's probably not gonna happen. Anyway, yeah. So I had this realization that I'm running out of time to have the freedom to do all of these, to keep up with all of my hobbies. So I kind of, what I'm really scared of, obviously, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say this now, I have no intention of ever stopping making videos. And those of you who are newer here probably aren't too used to my, or like, well, I guess you would be familiar with my horrible upload schedule by now because I haven't uploaded in 6 months. So how's it going? What's up? Yeah, it's I actually am still missing one volume from the Bloom Into You manga, which is kind of unfortunate because it's like my favorite manga, but I just haven't gotten around to ordering it. But yeah, it's a good manga, well worth the buy even after reading it. Just to have it, you know. Anyway, so I was thinking about my biggest fear basically was when I don't have the freedom to work on these hobbies as much anymore. I'm afraid I might deprioritize the channel a lot to the point where I'm uploading even worse than I already am, which I would want. Yes, happy Pride Month. I would want anything but that. That would be just, I that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that my future self is gonna, you know, devalue this channel or whatever, or deprioritize it. So what I want to do is I want to get this channel to a point by next year. Well, by the time I graduate, I want the channel to be to a point where I have no doubts about it being a priority, have no doubts about, so like my other hobbies obviously provide value to me. Of course, this one does too. Gaming, you know, it's just to chillax, just relax and have fun and upkeep relationships with friends, and D&D. I spend time with people that if it wasn't for D&D, I would never even talk to them anymore, because, you know, they graduate high school and then people go on, go their separate ways, and it's hard to get together with everyone, but D&D gives me a reason to do that, so that is really big. Here, the value that the YouTube channel provides to me is through you all, your enjoyment of the videos, my enjoyment of the process, but the problem is sometimes I lack motivation. I get in these slumps where I just don't want to do it, and usually it's triggered by some part of the process that just annoys me. So I rarely have any problem with recording and editing. I usually like a lot. Sometimes editing gets a little frustrating, of course, as it will. But what really is, what I struggle to get motivation for is actually writing the essays, just sitting down and just writing. I just gotta kick myself in the butt. And once I start doing it, I really enjoy it, but I find it hard to start doing that. So, I just had got out of my slump after sorting out my life problems, and have had a bit of a surge of motivation because I had that realization that I'm running out of time. So my goal, like I said, is to have the channel at a point where I'm very content with it by the time I graduate, which is, I think, May of next year. So however many months that is, like 10? 11? 11? Something like that. I'm not going to do math right now. So yeah, by May of next year, I want to have the channel at a certain point. I don't have any, like, excuse me. I don't have any, like, quantified, like, goals for that in terms of, like, actual numbers or whatever. It's all just, I want it to be at this vague point. So I guess we'll see. I think if I had to put, what do y'all think? I think if I had to put a number to it, maybe, you know, I reckon I could get to 5,000. I say I. Obviously, it's not all me. It's everyone here involved. It is. I would never take all the credit for this. This is really it's you all. It's awesome. Great community that has been built here. Anyway, yeah. So you know, I'm thinking we can get the channel to maybe 5,000 subs by then. That is my goal, but well, that is a goal maybe. We'll just see how things are. So I'm going to start. Obviously, I'm working on an Oshinoko video now because that's what's popular. I'm working on an Oshinoko video, of course, as everyone is making Oshinoko videos. So yeah, so I'm prioritizing my time on the YouTube channel because I realized how little time I have left before it becomes harder to do it. So that's that. Yeah, so basically I just want to say, yeah, I'm working on a video, and I'm going to continue to. I'm not going to stop making videos, and I'm very excited to get going. And I just want to talk about how I'm trying to get more serious about things. Also, sorry if my frames are dropping a little bit. It seems like they are. Anxiety or concern while watching an episode of Bloom Into You? I don't know about concern. But yeah, anxiety, like anxious, you know. And I think that's just because I project myself onto the characters. So definitely anxious. More so when I'm reading the manga than watching this show. The show, I kind of have seen it so many times now. It's just like, yep, that's that. No, you can't notice. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm on. We just got new internet here at home, so I'm not on my school internet anymore. But this internet is a little bit better than ours used to. A lot better than ours used to be. I got good old Starlink, but it's also inconsistent. So side missions are important, of course. Yes, they are indeed. And I value them a lot in my life. Little side missions. So, other announcements. Less talking about my feelings. So I have some good news. In channel news, we reached 8,000 public watch hours. Like, I think it was 10 days ago that we reached that point, which is awesome. We're going towards 2,000 subscribers. 2,000 friends, which is awesome. I love that. If you ever want to get involved, if you're newer and you want to get involved, there's a Discord server. It's not terribly active, but, you know, whatever you want, you can just pop in there. And if you ever want to message me, my DMs are open. You're watching Oshinoko. I will be covering the anime, not the manga. I shouldn't be doing any manga spoilers in there, so it should just be the anime to make it more accessible to people. You watched a compilation of moments in Bloom Into You 4 years ago. I can't remember what started me in Bloom. One of my other videos, I think I mentioned it, but it might have been like a video essay I watched, or maybe I just found it on AnyList. I don't remember. I don't think it was my first Yuri, but it was one of the first. So maybe I was just looking for Yuri and found it, which was awesome, perfect. So yeah, so we reached 8,000 public watch hours, which is baffling to me. That is amazing. And in other good news, along with that, the channel is now we're now in the partner program. So monetization, yay! Okay, yeah. The first time I watched it, I definitely agree with you there. The train scenes are a little bit, they are anxiety inducing. Yes, and the one I think where spoilers for Bloom Into You, Toko says that she hates herself. That one also is like kind of sends shivers down my spine. Yeah. So let me I see if I can pull this up. Hopefully it won't kill my internet. That's the moment I was talking about. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that worry. It's I had faith that Nakatani Sensei would not cover such dark themes kind of out of nowhere. But anyway, let me pull this up so I can show you guys. Okay. We gained, I think, over 100 subs from the channel grew in 100 subs. I think the month that Oshinoko started to air, and my video started to pick up, the Oshinoko video. So that is awesome. Okay. So I will go ahead and swap this over. Okay, coolio. Okay. Yeah, so 8,000 hours of watch time 13 days ago. That is phenomenal. Fantastic. This hurts seeing how long it's been since I've uploaded, but I'm working on that. Okay. So let me show you this. Okay. So I was just turning this on because I think it's funny to see just how much I'm gonna turn it back off, but just how much how minimal I can go. Anyway, yeah. So these videos, all the ones here are not monetizable, and the ones that I don't have it on are because it's for sharing revenue, which also means it's copyright claims. You can see all these copyright claims. So as you can see, maybe less than half of my videos are eligible because of copyright. And I could go through and dispute all these. Yeah, I had that thought too, that they would that things would not end as happily as they did. So I'm glad that they did in Bloom. So yeah, I got like I said, like probably less than half I'm able to monetize. That is because I use copyrighted music. So I am planning on trying to avoid that from now on. Now, that might be a little bit, let me go back to the webcam here. Might be a little bit disappointing to some of you. I understand that. But I'm not gonna use. I want to be clear. I'm not gonna use like royalty-free music. That would be terrible. I will be using gaming soundtracks and anime soundtracks that I know. Uh, excuse me. Will not get claimed. So just you'll see that as I start to upload more, I'll probably start using less music directly from the show I'm covering. Excuse me. Just because it could cause problems with copyright claim. And it's not like, I mean, this is all just a hobby, of course. And I don't think I would ever. I don't think I would ever have it to the point where it's beyond that. But I want to in the future. I want to be prepared for if I ever do decide to take monetization seriously. I want to have. I don't want to have to deal with all of those claims. It's a little bit messy. So I'm gonna try and cut back on the copyrighted music. And in other announcements, the openings. I've seen a lot of people. Well, not a lot. Like a handful of people comment on the openings. If you don't know, I say it's like kind of my thing, but other people do it. It's not like I created this idea or whatever. I do like little AMV openings in my videos, and that's one of my favorite parts of Beethoven. That's true. That might be like public domain music. That's a great idea. Thank you. Because there could be some great things to use in that. But yeah, so the openings are a little bit long. I'll have, some of my videos some of my videos are like 10 minutes, and then there's like a minute and a half of an opening, and that's it, which is way too much. Proportionally speaking, it's way too much for the video length. That is way too long. And from an artsy standpoint, I love it, right? But like, I can't have them being that big a proportion. Even for a 20-minute video, I think a minute-long opening is just too much. I'm going to start cutting that down from a minute to maybe like, I don't know, like 30 to 40 seconds is what I kind of tried it out with I've never heard of that song. I'll have to check it out. So yeah, I kind of tried it out with my Snow White with the Red Hair video and my most recent Violet Evergarden video. I tried out making a shorter-ish opening, and it seemed to work out pretty well. I mean, I'd rather not, I like to have a little bit of narration before the opening, and this is getting into specifics that you all probably do not care about. Yeah, so my Violet Evergarden one was still a little long, so I'm going to have to work on that, but hopefully at some point I will get it down to a fine science. Also, I'm thinking about maybe if I do end up starting I've got a koala on my microphone. I'm thinking about maybe if I do end up starting like not using copyrighted music and I start shortening the openings. What do you all think about me making like another channel to post ones with the full opening and ones with the copyrighted music? Because I might just upload it there. And I was thinking like way down the line, if at any point I make a yes, that AMV is fantastic. That's actually where I get from that video is where I get all of the color renders I use for like my channel art and stuff. Fantastic. Highly recommend that video. Just curious, how do you access anime clips and music? I not particularly great way of accessing them, so I'm not going to disclose that here. You can message if you really want to know. Shoot me a message on Discord, and I will talk to you about that. You could do Patreon. Yeah, that's actually what I was going to bring up. If at some, I don't think I'll do one now. I don't, especially now where I'm like uploading so few. I want to get the channel to a good point where I won't, feel bad about it or anything. And I'd probably do, if I did do it, I'd do it like per video, no more than once per month. Anyway, I was thinking, about possible perks of that. Obviously, like a shout out, maybe editing streams. Yar. So possible editing streams. Yes, that would be correct. That flag is accurate. I might have to cut this out from the VOD. Anyway. What was I gonna say? Oh yes. So I'm thinking about doing like a shout out, Patreon only streams, so like editing streams. If I've done that once before. I know for some of you probably weren't here for that. I did one for my Ocean Co video. I did an editing stream. That was pretty fun. Just chilling out and just editing. That was quite a bit of fun. So yeah, I'd like to do that again if I have the time. And then I can't think straight. Waited for season 2 for a long time now. Yes, yeah, it is nice to have the happy ending in the manga. I wish there was a season 2 as well, but unfortunately, a lot of those like one core anime are just there to bring attention to the manga, and they're never they never get a season 2. We're only now just starting to see more anime that are more than just one core. So yeah, where was I? Oh yeah. So shout out, Patreon only streams, access to outlines and scripts before the video's out, and then also, like I said, the versions of the videos with the copyrighted music and longer openings, I think would be good. So let me a Golden Kamuy. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna cover that. I'm not gonna cover Golden Kamuy. Maybe, but it's gonna be a maybe 1% chance. I'll give it. It's non-zero. It's a non-0% chance that I do cover it, but it's. I know exactly who that is, I believe, but no Golden Kamuy. Oh yeah, Citrus. Sussy doesn't even begin to describe Citrus. That was. Well, thank you, Timmy. I think no, there's no season 2 of Citrus. Unfortunately, no Golden Kamuy here. But I haven't even watched it, to be honest. So maybe if I watch it, then it's a possibility. I'll have to watch it. Citrus, there wasn't a Citrus season 2, thankfully. I don't think I would probably end up watching it, and I don't think I could sit through another season of that. Yes, but yes, thank you, Timmy. I'm happy you think so. Yeah, thank God. Yes. So yeah, that was I talked about Patreon. So what do you all think about the Patreon goals? Whisper Me a Love Song. I am so excited for that anime. I've been reading that manga, and I'm very, very excited. It's kind of what am I thinking of? Like a Bloom Into You away from Bloom Into You, if that makes sense. It kind of makes me comfortable because it reminds me so much of Bloom. So, how long does it take to make my video style? It depends. So, Depends on what I'm covering. If it's a manga, um, and I gotta use images for the editing and all that, it takes a lot longer. Because I have to animate I have to put in, like my Oshinoko video. That one took forever to edit. But in terms of making them, I think I talked about this in my Q&A video. It's probably changed by now because I probably spend more time editing. But like, dropping some frames here. Sorry. Well, at least we were at some point. The number has definitely gone up. Yeah, it's probably like depends on how many drafts I make for the essay itself. Anywhere from 10 to 20 hours per video, maybe. That might be a little bit much, or a little bit less. I don't really keep too much track of time because I just kind of go for it, and I also get distracted while editing, so I don't keep track of time very well with that. But yeah, probably 10 hours is maybe the average. Might be a little low, might be a little high. I don't know. Something around there as a guesstimate. Yeah, I'll probably do a Patreon. Well, I don't know if I'll ever do that. We'll see. Right now, I want to focus on actually making videos. Want to focus on making videos and, like I said, getting the channel to a good point by the time I graduate, because it matters a lot to me. Motivation. Oh yes, that is the big determining factor of whether or not I upload. It's probably why I haven't uploaded in 6 months. To finish a project, yes, I have abandoned some. I've never gotten to the editing stage and then abandoned a project. I've always finished it out, but I have gotten to the. I have written whole essays and just scrapped them. It doesn't happen too often. Usually I'll find a new idea, just completely change it, which I guess is scrapping it. But yes, I have struggled with motivation to finish, especially bigger projects where it takes so much more time. It's not so much the motivation to when I'm editing, it's not so much the motivation to like continue editing or whatever. It's the motivation to kick myself in the butt and just start doing it, right? Like, it's like I don't want to write this essay, right? And then I sit down and I'm like, man, this is great. I love it. Or I don't want to edit the video, and then I sit down and I love editing. Dropping a little bit more. I don't know. I'll probably drop some frames a lot. We're at like 2% dropped, and it's going up. Stop. Oh, it's jumping. Oh my gosh. Stop. Please. All right. Beyond that, so yeah, that pretty much covers announcements. If you all want to talk about anything else, anime that's going on. I'm still watching anime, despite not making videos on it. Yes, got some good stuff airing this season. How are you all watching stuff this season? What do you think of it? I've been watching. I have some of my like what I'm watching, but like I'm not keeping up with all of them. So I'm keeping up with Heavenly Delusion and let's see. Trying to think of all of them. Heavenly Delusion is a big one. Yamada-kun has been fun. Konosuba, the new Konosuba one has been fun. Okay, that's good. I kind of this is my first time streaming at home. Oshinoko Peak. Okay, I was like, yeah, that is especially the anime, because it I don't know. I have a few problems with later in the manga, so the anime doesn't have those problems yet, of course, because they haven't adapted it. Oshinoko has been fantastic this season. Peak of the season, definitely. Gundam has been pretty good too, but I've only watched 2 episodes of the current core. So we'll see how that. I'll eventually catch up. Galaxy Next Door, I'm not completely caught up with that one, but that one's been fun. And Insomniacs After School, like that one. All slice of life, of course. There's a lot of good slice of life anime this season. Mortal Kombat 10. That is a. I think I have that game. Yeah. Is that the one that's on the? Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna sound ignorant, so I'm not. I don't know if that one's on Switch or not, but I have one Mortal Kombat on Switch. I know that. Kana, I agree. Kana is probably best girl in my eyes in purely like a superficial way, but I think Akane is such a just an interesting and in-depth character. It kind of gets the depth later too, but Akane is characterized so freaking well in the later arcs. It is just jaw-dropping. So I think she's a better character, but my bias for the kind of first love tsundere kind of archetype that Kana is far outweighs my appreciation for Akane's characterization. Strawberry Panic. I haven't read that or watched that. I think it's on my list though. Oh, I get burnt out all the time. I'll have several days where I just don't watch anything. Yeah, that totally happens. Push you into, is that Ocean Oko? That you're referring to? Because Strawberry Panic. Okay, never mind. I didn't read the that you added. Okay, yep. So that's about all I have for announcements. I already said that. I'm a little all over the place when I'm unscripted. After my Ocean Oko video, I'm thinking about Bochi the Rock. I promised a video like that about that earlier, way earlier, and I have not delivered on that. I promised a video on that like 4 months ago, so well, I'd like to make a video on that. So I'm thinking my idea is to talk about the desire to like be involved in a group, have a place where you belong. So I'm gonna talk about all the like club or team. Okay, yeah, Strawberry Panic. Okay, all the club or like team slice of life animes like K-On! Is gonna be one. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about I don't even know. At least K-On! And Bochi the Rock. At least those two. Probably focus on Bochi the Rock. So, because I haven't talked about that one yet. That could be a fun video. Bochi Zeroku. Very great anime. Very funny. I think it would be a good video. I have another big project that I'm thinking about, but that's I've always been thinking about this big project and I've never really started. Aside from ideating and outlining a little bit, it's just I have not really gotten into the nitty gritty of it. Thinking about talking about I can't think of the word. Wow. Immersion. There's the word. Found it. Thinking about talking about immersion. Bloom Into You again. I will be talking about Bloom Into You in that video if I do make it. Partially, like just part of the video will be about Bloom Into You, and I'll talk about other games. Basically about what makes good immersion. Difference between, viewing a world and being in it. Yep. What else have I been watching? Let me just pull up my anime list here. Yep, that's how could I forget? Skip and Loafer. That one's been really good. That one's been super fun. I've been loving that. Just a chill anime. Not too much little bit of romance, hints of it, but not too much confrontation or anything. conflict. There we go. Not too much conflict, so it's a nice chill. Over the Moon for You season 2. Is that what it's called? I think it was called. Whatever it's called. Something about the moon. Fly Me to the Moon, or whatever that anime is called. I'm watching season 2 of that. And it's been same old, same old. Just same as the original first season. All right, see you. Have fun writing your essay. I hope you do well on it. Yeah, so I think unless you all want to hang out and chat about anything more, Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon. I've heard mixed things about it. Of course, I mean you get it with the classics like that. You always get in a longer running anime, you always get mixed things. I guess any anime you get mixed opinions. But I haven't watched Sailor Moon. I feel like it's a classic, but I struggle to commit to long running anime. That's why I usually stick to one core, one season, max like 3 core, unless I'm watching something as it comes out. Speaking of which, Mushoku Tensei. After 4-year hiatus. So you like the show was on hiatus, or you just like stopped watching it? Yeah. So like Mushoku Tensei is coming out soon. I know ReZero season is it 3 now? Yeah, 3. Season 3 was announced. It looks really cool. I love Love is War. Absolutely, I adore that show. It's great. It's what got me into Oshinoko because I like the. I saw it was the same author. Also, I liked the art style and the themes of Act Age, but not that I didn't read it, but I liked kind of the idea of it, and I wanted another manga that could do that without the author getting into some shenanigans that I'm not gonna talk about. Oh, you stopped watching it for a very long time. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good way of doing like long-running animes too. You just take a break, for a while. That's a great way of doing it. It gives you a nice, just lets you chill and not think about it for a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes it gets dull, right? Like after quite some time. I don't know. I haven't watched very many long-running shows. I guess you could count like Ruby, but like I just keep up with that. I never binged it or anything. I'm not behind. I've never been behind. I've watched it since it came out. And like I guess I watched like Clanad, but that's not that long. That's only two core seasons, so maybe that's the longest I watched. Fairy Tail. I kept up with Fairy Tail for a while, but that got dull, so I just dropped it entirely. So I don't know if I've watched any long running series. But yeah. Well, if that's about it, I did want to mention I am working full time now again, which is kind of what gave me that realization, and also that I talked about earlier. And also I'm working on Saturdays too, but I am just to try and get experience for my, career. It's important. But I'm trying to use that time that I have, the minimal time that I have. I'm feeling really motivated to just do YouTube. I'm already well into the process for making that Oshinoko video. So I'm not going to give a specific day when it's going to be out, but this month? Question mark? We'll see. I hope so. I sure hope so. That would be great if I could do that. So I started working full time, and it's a lot more than when I was working part time earlier this summer. I have a lot less time, but it's been great. It's been great. I'm getting a lot of good experience and making money, which is important. So just a little life update there. you got it all in German. Yeah. I've I'm one of those people who has fallen for the Malaysian knockoffs of DVDs. I've like a I think in my anniversary video I showed off my manga and DVD collection, and I did talk about how I have Malaysian knockoffs. Get them for cheap on eBay or whatever for like, instead of $50 for a Blu-ray, it's $2 for a DVD, and in like 360p. That's probably not legitimate. But yeah, I need to get a Blu-ray for Bloom. That should be something I should get. All right, well, Children's Hospital? That's awesome. Well, I hope that's going well. That is awesome. 2 days that's what I was doing before I started full time. It's nice. You just get 2 days a week, and you get the other days in between to chill. Very nice, very nice. Well, it was great talking and catching up and seeing some new people in here. I haven't streamed in forever, so that was nice. I might stream again. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how things are. One more thing I want to say. If you need anything, you want to talk to me, you want to hang out in VC, we don't have to do a stream to hang out or whatever. You want to hang out in VC on my server. The link is in the description for the Discord server. So if you want to hang out there, just my DMs are open. Just message me. My Twitter DMs are also open, but I'm more likely to respond in Discord. Or you can @me in the server. Or you can just message in the server and I'll check it. I check it pretty often. So if you have any suggestions, you want to video ideas, you just want to talk, you want to hang out in VC, whatever, just shoot me a message. So if you want any updates, also feel free. Like if I've been like off the grid for a while, feel free to message me. I will not be mad. So if you want to just know where I was, because I know I disappear. All right. Well, other than that, Godspeed, brother. Yes, sir. You and Toko forever. Yeah. I'm going to end this stream. Thank you all for coming by. It was a lot of fun chatting. And I will see you all in the Oshinoko video, because I will not be streaming or doing any other videos before then. All right. See you all then.